Radio gang, welcome back to more Disco E. We're probably pretty deep into this at this stage. We're questioning Classy here up on the roof, and we're working through it. There's a whole lot of questions. But yeah, let's go about the gunshot.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Okay, glass exploding.
The
That makes
gunshot
sense.
wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Did you kill Lily?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun. Somewhere, lying around, close to her hand. Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out, when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Must have had a weapon
No.
nearby.
I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. He only had his stupid armor.
Okay.
Like what?
She's annoyed now.
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
probably didn't.
Or I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there. Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Okay.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Drama. Can I change my clothes? We can level up.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42? Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Okay, where's this
How
going?
old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Huh. How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best answer.
I don't know. 40? I was like 9 when OO peaked. That was what, 19 years ago? I liked them when I was 9. You couldn't have liked it when you were 40. Let's say you were 20-something. 25. A good disco age. 25 plus 19 is 44. I'm gonna say you're 44.
Sound
Wow.
logic. Wow.
Yeah. I have a university degree, you know? Absolutely. Age is just a number, man.
Yes, miss, but for him that number is 56.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it
To the
on.
laboratorium.
Ooh, can I add another thought? No, I can't actually. Fuck it, we'll be fine. Shit, drama. Give me all the drama. Okay, that'll work.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o'-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
Real name?
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
I knew it.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next. She slowly lights another cigarette. You are. This is not the end of this.
Get back to those lies you told. Jeez. We'll leave that for the moment.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it,
Yanu! Big shoutouts from my boy Keanu. Keanu Leaves and the best usernames in Twitch playing some Witcher 3. How are you, Keanu? How was the Witcher? I hope it was good. Welcome in everyone with Keanu. I'm Furico. Yeah, that's the name, literally. Also, an Irish streamer, and we're playing some Disco Elysium today. It's a wild game, and we're probably pretty deep in. So if it's something you intend to play, I'd say watch out for your spoilers. Other than that, you're very, very welcome in. Very, very welcome in. Okay. So we're doing crime scene
Too
analysis
hot,
inside.
Spider. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling. The woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain, ending him. From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
It's wonderful, Kato. I'm super curious to see how it all plays out. But yeah, I don't think I've played anything quite like it. It's really interesting.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points. There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago. 72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective. None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been, further away, a sniper?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Yes.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime. B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on. 700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account. 1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched. 1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin, beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Let's ask him.
From where, precisely? I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nest if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
Alright, cool. A lot of talking to do to a lot of fuckers.
Two neon-lit shapes.
Oh, no, no,
A
no, no,
man
no, no,
and
I
a
don't want
woman
that.
having
The only bad thing, the only thing that annoys me a little bit about the game is it can be a bit fiddly for clicking on stuff sometimes. Like so.
It's you again. What is it?
I need to talk to
Why?
Ruby. We'll go with this one.
Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you pet Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
I literally said I
And
wasn't.
fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back. Nothing is happening. The pieces are there, but they remain unconnected. Sorry, you're not coming up with anything. Again, the pieces are there. She could have done it, somehow. Something else. There we go. Your mind is a relaxed muscle. It's so nice and easy to give up, isn't it? On the downside, you have no idea what you were supposed to do now. I could have debriefed you. Blissful idiot. Say something. You stood there for too long.
Okay, I'm gonna take off now. Could put a point into logic and try it again, and could mess with her clothes, because I don't know what the fuck I was doing with them. But they're set up for drama, I think. Let's logic up her clothes and see how we go. No, I should get that one. That's about all she wrote then. Fuck, do we have a level we can throw it into logic as well? For the love of God, can I change that jacket? there we go. I don't know if I get to try this again or not, but fuck it, we'll see.
It's you again. What is it?
I ain't gonna outlogic you this time.
Oh no, he's stuck again. Please, someone, get a move on, asshole. Stop standing with your mouth is open. Stop drooling. Run around or something. Hit yourself in the face. Anything. No one? Sure. Why not? Let's hear what some of our friends have to say. For starters, you could find out what's behind that mystery door in the kitchen. If it's a secret route, she could have used that to get to the roof. Can't get through the door? You know what would help. Doing a thorough search of this room. Maybe something's hidden.
Interesting.
There's a spooky building west of this. Take a flashlight with you. Search the basement. There are secrets, magisterial, ancient secrets that may assist you. You could crack that Classia's defenses. Maybe she'll tell you something helpful. It's that simple.
Unless we have more business, we should...
Yeah. Just my perception most of all then, because it's really high, but... Really seem to be anything in this room. I really mean this room is in the bigger...
You see a heavy steel door.
Gert! Yeah, old buddy.
Hey, was there something you needed?
No. Alright, so let's look at our notebook and see what we're supposed to be actually doing. Okay, so we need to just up our logic really to do that. Alright, well let's go wondering. Hey there, buddy, who are you?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same. The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Yes. In peace. Everything, really. I probably knew him better than... You meant the teacup in the tree, didn't you? I don't know anything about him.
Okay, bye for now. But them two, I know where the boardwalk is at least. So let's go, or 2, 3, whatever the locations are. We should go to the boardwalk and check that out and figure out the others later. Kids. Yogi! This way. No, not that way. It's right the first time. This way. Get in. Fine. You like that?
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper.
Okay, what are we investigating here? Oh jeez. I see something.
Yes?
Check the boardwalk for bullet traces, check the island for bullet traces, check Land's End for bullet traces. I'm not I've been to the island. Oh, Kim, my man. Come here. I almost forgot there was some shit we were going to look at. We need to look at that, and we need to look at this.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right. Gone. For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
No
The
idea what
bullet
that
is
might be.
safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found.
Dirty with your bullet.
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me. If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge. The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter. The core is lead. The brass jacket probably didn't cover the entire bullet. Otherwise, the softer metal wouldn't have expanded quite like that. You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard. It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
This.
Okay. Jacketed means it would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, and not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Revachol West.
We were right. This came from a serious weapon. Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Even the RCM uses ordinary and jacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Okay, this is good. Hand-eye coordination we need. I don't know if any of these are going to give us any though. No, not right now. We also want to keep an eye out for your man who's supposed to be going for a walk along the coast. Ah, there he is. Awesome.
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite wave.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no? What brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
Need your help from the
My
committee.
friend, if it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you. There's no need to form such a committee, because it already exists.
Well, yeah.
Good. Of course it does. These moral intern types.
The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol, it acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply, they are the ultimate arbiters of la responsabilité in this part of the world.
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
I would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
What? Where is he then?
Hey, where are you?
Officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives. I'm only in Martinez in an unofficial capacity. That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in.
Okay, how do I contact him then?
Under ordinary circumstances, the committee contacts you. But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer. Officer, you mean to say that you haven't noticed the giant Coalition aerostatic peacefully patrolling the skies over Revachol?
You follow the man's gaze out toward the west. There, hanging some distance above the horizon, you can just make out a strange silhouette. It looks to your eye like some kind of long metallic fish suspended beneath a number of ceiling fans. Not just any fish. It moves like some ancient bottom feeder gliding over the ocean floor in search of prey.
Isn't it? A triumph of both technical ingenuity and international cooperation. I, for one, feel much safer knowing it's up there watching all of us. You see, in addition to being an airborne artillery platform, Coalition warship Archer is also the linchpin of the Coalition's surveillance and communications infrastructure in Revachol. And listening. It has the most objective vantage point in the entire city. Not to mention a vast array of radio, photographic, and meteorological monitoring instruments. I find it a great comfort to know there are benevolent powers watching over all, in strict accordance with the Wayfarer Act and the Bristol-Mune Convention.
Big brother.
The Bristol Moon Conventions are a series of international agreements governing the treatment of military personnel and civilians in theaters of war, as well as occupied territories. In practice, they are more talked about than observed.
This is quite the problem. Very tricky. Of course, the Archer has orders to fire on any unidentified aerostatics that might approach it. So it might be safer to get in touch from the ground.
What's the
But in
plan
that
anyway?
case, you would require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on Coalition frequencies. And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-Coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum. I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno-tinkerers to do it. Unfortunately not, no. I don't have the pleasure. I am merely a representative of the Coalition government, not very well versed in technology. But you...
Sounds like something that programmer we met in the church might be
Yep.
able to help with.
Thanks, Kim.
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market. And well, I wish to see the situation firsthand. And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yes. There's nothing like a stroll along the coast to lift one's spirits. Ah? Is that what those pockmarks are? I might have guessed. Fascinating how much history is contained right here, if only one knows where to look for it.
You feel like there's something you could say here, if only you really knew what was going on.
Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer. Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. Godspeed, and if we don't meet again, bonne chance.
Okay, cool. Oh, autosave. Oh, really? I can't go this way? Fine. Oh, we don't have a level runner leader, though. Down here to look for residue. Actually, show me my map. I want to look at that.
The worn map features the patchwork grid. Your finger moves. Finally.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Fisherman stacks. Da 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 da. That'd be the island way over there. Or... Okay. Didn't get any options to do anything really on the boardwalk.
Yes, what is it? Do I look like someone who has time for side projects at this moment?
If you want her help, maybe you should help her first.
Okay, we need suggestion for that.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags. To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps, but anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out biddable prime, was it? It's not possible to climb that ladder, and even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from. Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Tumutiri was a Revacholian colony on Ilmaran. The Suzerainty's population was mostly Ilmaran Areopagites, up to 97%. The region was known for its tobacco export, hence the name.
Okay.
Oh, you do? The butts you saw had a silhouette of a boy wearing a coffee hat, a tobacco picker. This boy is the Tumutiri brand logo. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Juan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, a legendary cigarette from Grad. Tumutiri is favored by older men who like its old-fashioned paper filter tips, insane amount of tar, and the sweet smells of colonialism and halva. There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
Alright, it's for the island. I don't know how to get out there, but... So we should wander along the boardwalk then and see if we can get a thought to pop as well. How do we know how it shows up? And retry that suggestion rule as well. With your one in there. Okay, come on, pop, pop, pop. Nothing's a doing. Alright. let's do suggestion then and see how we go.
Yes, what is it?
27%, nice.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
Okay. If I could help you, wouldn't have to live in the church anymore next. Boom, boom.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
Alright. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. It's a backup of my former employer's project.
We have it.
The radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament. Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. That's her name, I believe. Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it. In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offside copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? Zawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Zawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. That feature creep and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you?
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse, whatever that means. Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. No. She literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Rain Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Okay, we have the
No,
thing.
that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
In his defense, it was simply like...
Oh my god. Luigi! Hello! Shout out, welcome in everyone coming up to Momiji. Hope you're had fun doing just chatting. What were you up to? And welcome in for anyone who doesn't know me. I'm Ferrico, Irish streamer, and we're playing some Disco Elysium. We're pretty far in, I think, but we'll see how it goes. We're fucking around with a load of random shit though at the moment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. But we have to go eat. Have the good foods. Yes, post-stream care. After-stream self-care. The ass, as some people refer to it as. Javiera, welcome in. Machi, DB. Welcome, welcome one and all.
Okay, but still.
Alright, should go look for the offside copy.
Thanks.
Gives you what looks like an
And
oversized
there's my
crowbar.
Falsound multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Falsound.
Oh, cool. New tools. Crowbar +2, if you will. That might help us get into some extra doors. We'll figure it out. Yeah, welcome to Disco E. We're trying to make some kind of progress here. We probably are. This game is wild. Very dialogue heavy a lot of the time, though. It's an interesting one to stream. I actually found that bozo along the coast, so that is good. Oh, I know where we're going. Do you want to check out over here first, though? I mean, this boardwalk.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
From a badge.
Love you did.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer. She is memorizing your badge number.
Pleased to
Clever girl.
meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
She reaches for the photo, takes it, then holds it in her hand. For about half a minute, in silence. She wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured, like those of a working woman.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Hey, what you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it. Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital,
Get about.
traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this, Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Easlary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy. The Seminoles Islands saw a recent conflict. In Revachol, he was executed.
It's a record of his military career.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for an adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
You could tell me more.
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade. I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh man, so close to level up.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
They seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll pay.
Okay, we'll be back. It's time for a quick break to do the ads before they do themselves, so we'll be right back and we'll continue with Disco E. We'll go for another hour. Yep, see you in a mo.